I want to interview this guy. He is very amazing. So could you tell us a little bit why you're here in Bali and what are you doing? Just like simple.
Sure. I'm in Bali because for one, it's just such a beautiful place. I've been coming to Bali for many years on and off, and I've always wanted to spend an extended amount of time here. So I'm here just to live and to work, and my work is to speak up against the animal holocaust, which is the ways that humans exploit and torture and murder sentient beings of other species for food, clothing, entertainment, and medical testing. Animals are slaughtered in this country, in Australia, my country, the USA, Canada, Europe, the UK, everywhere in the world. This is normalized, legalized violence and cruelty against innocent beings. It is slavery, it is killing somebody who doesn't want to die over and over again. And my job is to raise awareness about this situation, to teach people that we do not need to kill animals for food or for clothing or for any reason. And in Bali, you know, I have an opportunity sometimes to be able to document the slaughter and show people exactly what happens, because that's something that they will never let you see and document in Australia or somewhere else. It's illegal.
What you did, it's very amazing. I really appreciate it. What actually motivated you to continue this idea, like being a vegan, and why everyone should be a vegan?
Yes, okay, so what motivated me to be vegan was I had always eaten meat and eaten dairy and eggs, and I always thought that we needed to eat animals to survive and be healthy. And every single animal product comes from an enslaved being who suffered greatly, and who was slaughtered brutally against their will. This is for milk, this is for eggs, this is for cheese, this is for every piece of meat. So I need to change my ways. And I decided to first become vegetarian. Then I learned that it wasn't just enough to not eat meat. The reasons why you shouldn't eat meat are the same reasons why you shouldn't eat animal products of any kind or wear leather or any other things. It's all violence. And I learned that you can be perfectly healthy as a vegan, which is somebody who doesn't consume any animal products, support any exploitation of the animals. And this, I believe, is the least we should do. You know, this is just being against slavery, which we already are to humans. Why do we make a change in our logic when it comes to non-human earthlings? Why do we say it's wrong for me to stab you in the throat? It's wrong for me to stab a dog in the throat, but it's okay for me to stab a pig in the throat or a cow in the throat. It doesn't make any sense. It's wrong in our mind that people think it's okay, but it's not. It's very, very not okay. And the amount of suffering that happens from this is the most amount of suffering on earth. The most amount of killing and throat slitting happens because people want to eat flesh of these murdered animals. So first I changed and I went vegan myself. That's step one. And that is the least everybody should do. Because we wouldn't want it done to us, so we shouldn't do it to them. It's just very logical, very simple. Even children can understand this. But then on top of that, not only would I not want to be slaughtered myself, I would also want people to fight for my right to live. If I was a slave, I would want people to fight for my freedom. If I was about to be murdered, I would want someone to fight for my life. And these animals, chickens, pigs, cows, who are sentient, intelligent, emotional beings, just like human animals to some degree, these beings cannot fight for themselves.
I also see your YouTube video about, you know, being in silence almost 300 days, like one have done.
Yeah, I stopped talking for a year so that I could raise awareness for animals. So I didn't speak, no words, one whole year. And then my first words were on TV, where I spoke for the first time in 1 year, and I spoke about animal rights, and I pleaded with everybody, please be vegan, please stop the violence, please stop the killing. The animals do not deserve this. They deserve to be respected. We shouldn't be bullies to them, we shouldn't be harming them. We're acting like Nazis to animals. Very, very cruel. And you know, the step one is to be vegan, step two is to speak up for the victims, just like you would want to be spoken for if it was you in their situation.
So how can we start to be a vegan?
Yeah.
Tip and tricks, you know?
Yeah, it's very, very easy. So I used to eat meat every single meal. I'd have meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat for dinner. And it's very, very simple to be vegan. You know, instead of meat, you can have tofu, you can have tempeh, you can have beans, you can have mushrooms. Instead of cow's milk, you can have soy milk, rice milk, almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, hazelnut milk, cashew milk. We can make cheese out of cashews. So basically the first thing that you'll be changing is your diet, because you eat 3 times a day. So you stop eating animal products. Instead of honey, you have a sugar sweetener or a maple syrup. Just everything that's an animal product, say no more.
So do you think it's possible? So
it's easy, it's easy. Look, man, millions of people live this lifestyle. It's the healthiest lifestyle for the human body. You're likely to live longer. You're likely to have much less chance of developing deadly diseases, less chance of developing nutrient deficiencies. This is the perfect diet for the human body. Plants, we are plant eaters. We see plants and we want to eat them. We see a piece of fruit, it's delicious in its raw, natural form. We see animals, do we get hungry when we see a dog or a cow? No. We go, oh, beautiful. If we see someone kill, we go like this. But then when we want to eat it, do you just eat it?
Yeah.
No, you cook it, you put plant spices on it, you put plants around it, you put it on plants, and then you eat it.
Delicious.
You know, we're not meant to eat this, and this is what kills us, and that's what's telling you. So we can perfectly thrive on a plant-based diet. So all you need to do is change. What are you going to eat for breakfast? If you usually have scrambled eggs, have scrambled tofu. If you usually have bacon, have oats. You know, porridge with a bit of cacao, with some berries in there, some blueberries. A smoothie bowl. You can have nasi. You can have nasi instead of egg. You can just have, you know, the vegetables and the rice and some tofu, whatever. Every dish that you already eat, you can make vegan, and you will love the food. The food is delicious. I eat better food now than I've ever eaten in my life. 100%. You take away the dead bodies. You don't put the dead bodies of a rotting, murdered corpse. That is not good. I used to love meat, but now I get rid of that. I don't even think about that, and I fill my plate with life. With vegetables, with fruits, with grains, with nuts, with seeds, with beans. And out of these foods you can have burritos, you can have pizza, you can have vegan ice cream, you can have curries, you can have pasta, everything. Everything you can think of you can make vegan. So you're not missing out on anything, you're just changing some of the ingredients to make it vegan. The benefit to you is you get huge health benefits, but it's not even about you, it's about them. The benefit is that they stop the cycle of violence that we force upon them. We stop forcing them into existence, because animals aren't just here. Animals are raped. They're forcibly impregnated so that they will have another child. The children will be taken from the mothers. The mothers will be slaughtered and turned into meat, and then the babies will be fattened, and then they'll be slaughtered as well. So it's a cycle of death that we constantly pay people to continue. We stop paying them, and the cycle of death stops. And the less people buying animal products, the less animals will be bred into existence, the more vegan options will be available. The more people that are vegan, the less violence that happens on Earth. It's the best thing you could do as an individual for your health, for the environment, our planet, and to reduce suffering and death. So it's just the best lifestyle ever. There's nothing better than this. And this should be normal. This is nothing special. Like, it's nothing special what I do. You know, I eat plants, and if I need a new t-shirt, I just don't wear leather. I just don't wear silk. You know, nothing from an animal. When I need toothpaste, I just get one that isn't tested on animals. It's very easy, and that's it. And then the rest of the day, I just live my normal life. Computer, watch movies, spend time with my wife, go for a walk on the beach, swim, surf, party, chill, read books. Everything else is normal. Everything else is normal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now it comes to the last question about this veganism. So do you think it's a lifestyle, or in your perception and based on your experience, it's like a big movement?
It's a huge
Because a lot of
movement.
people think it's a lifestyle, especially in Bali.
Okay, so it's a lifestyle because your life changes slightly. You buy different ingredients, you know, you think about the world a little bit differently. But what you're doing when you become vegan is you are joining a movement. You are joining a revolutionary movement that can change the entire world. A movement against murder, a movement against animal rape, a movement against cruelty, a movement against suffering. You are joining a movement for peace, for justice, for respect, for compassion, for equality, for kindness. All the good things. You're joining a new revolution for the world where we treat each other good, but we also treat cows good and we treat pigs good. And by treating them good means we just let them live and we just don't stab them in the throat. And that's a pretty rational thing to do. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's very simple. What's crazy is how I'm eating a bird burger. They're eating a chicken burger where a bird had their head cut off and then they were chopped up into pieces and then their feathers were ripped out and they were put onto a burger. And people think they're animal lovers or they think they're kind people. But kind people, good people, spiritual people, just normal people should not pay for someone else to have their head cut off, right? That's fucking crazy.
So you plan to be a vegan the whole of your life?
Of course. Why would I go back to paying for people to kill animals when I don't need to? You know what I mean? Why would I ever start changing this? Like, what would be my incentive? What would be my reason? Because I miss the taste of meat? Is that a good enough reason to kill someone? Is that a good enough reason to stab an animal in the throat and chop them into pieces? Because, oh, I miss meat, I haven't eaten meat for a while, I feel like some. I'm gonna go chop an animal's head off. Like, what we have to do is realize who these animals are, okay? They have a heart, they have a brain, they have all the same emotions as we do. They care for their babies, they eat, they breathe, they sleep, they feel pain, they suffer, they get scared, they get happy. You know, does that remind you of anyone? You. It reminds you of you and me. Because we are animals. Humans are animals. We're all like this. You know, we're better in some ways, like we're able to do amazing things and we have a very sophisticated language. But in terms of wanting to live, feeling pain, not wanting to suffer, it's the exact same. It's the exact same. So then when you see animals for who they are, they're not products, they're not milk making machines made for humans, they're not meat producing machines, they're people of other species. They're the same, they just have feathers instead of skin, like this. They just have 4 legs instead of 2 legs. They still have legs, they still walk, they're still breathing, you know, they're still, like, they're so much like us. So why would I treat someone who is so much like me in such a horrific way? I would never ever kill you. I would never hurt you, man, right? And I know you wouldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
But most humans feel that way. They wouldn't hurt a human, but they have no problem eating a cow that was murdered, which they paid to have killed. And it's insane. It's actually insane. And it's because of the way our culture has been conditioned. We grow up, we think we need to eat animals to be healthy, and they tell you, you need meat for protein, dairy for calcium, eggs for omegas. We can get all those things from plants. Like, I've been vegan for 8 years. I haven't eaten any animal products.
Whoa.
I'm sweet, I'm alive, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm normal. I'm probably healthier than most people, actually.
Yeah.
Right? Most people are going to die from heart disease. That's the #1 killer of humans. The only diet proven to reverse heart disease in the majority of patients is a plant-based diet, is a vegan diet, is the natural diet for the human body. Right? So there's huge benefits to do this, but the change really starts when you see them for who they are. They are people, they're just born into a different type of body. They have consciousness, they have sentience, they are aware, they are living, breathing, feeling, intelligent beings, just like human beings. And if I wouldn't want someone to hurt me, then just like I wouldn't hurt you, I also won't hurt them. It doesn't. There's no reason why there's a reason to say that it's wrong to hurt you, but it's okay to hurt them. Just because I like how they taste. Your meat probably tastes good too, mate. You probably taste good if I cut you up and cook you. In fact, humans apparently taste a lot like pork.
Gotcha.
So, I'm not going to kill you just because I like how you taste. Your life is more important than that, than me just enjoying a 5-minute taste. I like money. You might have some money in your pocket. It doesn't mean I'm going to kill you and steal your wallet. Your life is more valuable than that. And a chicken, maybe you don't care about the chicken. It's not about how you feel about the chicken. It's about how the chicken feels. It's about how they feel. I might not know you, so I don't know you. I might have no connection with you. I'm still not going to kill you, mate. You know what I mean? It's just basic respect of life. And that's what people need to learn. How to respect life and how to have empathy, which means putting yourself, visualizing, feeling what it would be like to be them.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't like to go through what happens to them in a slaughterhouse, then don't put them through it. Just be a vegan. And it all ends. If everybody just does what I'm already doing, what millions of vegans are already doing, slaughterhouses don't exist in this world.
Yeah.
Right now, 74 billion land animals and 2.7 trillion sea animals. Numbers that you can't even understand. So it's 8 billion earthlings every single day, which is the entire human population, every single day, are being murdered in slaughterhouses. They're being trucked around the countries.
Yeah.
And they are being sent to their... Look, man, like, I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm very passionate. I understand it very clearly. It's very clear to me that this is extremely wrong. But I understand for people who haven't really thought about this much, what I would recommend they do is watch slaughterhouse footage. Type it into Google. Cow slaughter, pig slaughter, chicken slaughter. See what you're paying for. Most people have never seen this process before. Ask yourself if you're okay with it. Are you okay when this doesn't have to happen? Like, if we had to eat animals to survive, then cool, we kill them and we do it in the nicest way possible. But we don't need to. I'm proof of that. I'm just one of millions of people who is proof that we don't need to eat animals to survive. So how do we justify cutting their throats open every single day?
Wow, man.
Yeah, we can't. There's no justification. It's wrong. Our culture has been wrong before. Slavery was legal. Eating animals is legal.
Yeah.
Soon, it won't be legal. It'll take some time, but in time, we'll realize how wrong we've got it. Just like vegans already realized. And we're begging people, please stop, please stop. And people say, oh, back off. You're so annoying. You're forcing your opinion on us. And we're just like, hello, we aren't the problem. You are forcing knives into innocent beings' throats. That's the problem. We're telling you, please stop, please.
Yeah.
Because they can't fight for themselves.
Yeah. Wow, man, so very, very great knowledge about, you know, being vegan. I'm so grateful to have a little bit interview with you. I hope I can share this to my family, my friends, and maybe I start to be like pure vegan, even though I still eat eggs. So,
yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. So it's just so what I recommend is to make a vow. You know, a vow. Like, I made a vow of silence. I said from this day on, I'm never speaking for 1 year. So that's a vow, right? It's a promise that you make to yourself. And I made a promise on that same day. I vow to never knowingly consume animal products again. I say, I promise to myself, I will never eat meat or dairy or eggs again. I will never buy leather again. As far as practically possible, I will try my best. Sometimes there's been accidents where I'm like, oh no, I didn't ask for soy milk, it's cow's milk. But in 8 years, that's happened maybe 3 or 4 times. I haven't eaten barely anything, and never deliberately. Never deliberately.
Yeah.
So when you make that promise, then that means something. It's real. You say it and you mean it.
Yeah.
And you can stick with it. It helps you because you know it's important to you. Because how many vows have you made in your life? Probably not many. But this is a very important vow that everybody should make so that their suffering can end and we can end the animal holocaust.
Wow, man! Thank you very much.
No worries,
man,
bro.
Appreciate it.
No, I'm happy to help, man. Happy to spread the message. It's all about education. We've been lied to. We've been taught a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been taught a lot of lies by the people who are selling us the products. They're saying, buy our products. It has protein. Buy our products. It has calcium. Okay,
Yeah.
they're the people who have brainwashed us to do something very cruel, to treat animals like we hate them. And it's all about learning a new belief system that makes a lot more sense. Veganism is so logical, so rational, so in line with our core values. It's just the right thing to do. It's so obvious. So all that's left is to start aligning your actions with your values. And when you do that, not only do the animals get benefit, but you get a huge spiritual benefit. Solves a lot of problems, brother.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't forget to be vegan.
Don't forget
Go
to be
vegan.
vegan. Go vegan.